Pork bellies, I knew it. Looking good, Billy Ray. Sell, Mortimer, sell. Quotes like these from the movie Trading Places have become a part of Wall Street culture. The comedy starring Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy. It turned 30 last month, but it's remained fresh in the minds of traders thanks to scenes like this.
Nothing you have ever experienced can prepare you for the unbridled carnage you're about to witness.
Right.
Super Bowl, the World Series, they don't know what pressure is. In this building, it's either kill or be killed. You make no friends in the pits and you take no prisoners. 1 minute, you're up $500,000 in soybeans, and the next, boom, your kids don't go to college and they've repossessed your Bentley. Are you with me?
Yeah, we gotta kill him! We gotta kill him!
And here at Street Smart, we've always been fans, in part because my co-host over here looks a whole lot like Louis Winthrop III, right? You see that resemblance? So as a special treat, we have him here on set with us.
Here he is.
Dan Aykroyd, actor and CEO of Crystal Head Vodka. It's such a pleasure to have you here.
Hi, how are you?
Great, great.
I gotta get up.
This is...
We're coming
bro,
over here.
bro,
Hey,
good to see you. All right.
Yeah, well, you do look like Winthrop, but you don't look like Aykroyd. You'd have to be whacked with the ugly stick and
come on.
pounds there, but
there
true.
is
You
a
look
very
like the old
strong
Winthrop.
resemblance.
You really do.
Very
Yeah.
So it's great to have you here. I mean, this was a movie that's still very, very much watched on the street. I can remember as a summer analyst at Goldman Sachs,
Yes.
they were trying to teach us about the futures market. So what did they do?
Right.
They showed us your scene,
Sure.
the orange juice scene, that famous one.
That building is gone, the Comex, where we shot that, unfortunately. It disappeared in the terrible attack on our country in 9/11. But it was a wonderful project to work on because we actually were in the pits with the real guys, and they were teaching us how to call and how to sell and buy and sell the way they actually did it. I mean, I saw a guy in the corner. He had the numbers on. He had like a green trader's jacket. He was eating a sandwich, and he looked really stressed out. And I said, "Who's that?" And he said, "Oh, that guy's got one of the largest aluminum trading things in the world." I mean, they were real guys. Real guys. Making real money and losing real money. And I think we got infected by the adrenaline of it, and like by the end of that scene, Eddie and I we were really screaming and really believing that we were there.
Oh yeah, totally.
It was a wonderful experience. It was just great. I miss the World Trade Center, honestly.
Yeah.
I lived downtown then, and I used to go to
Yeah. Oh yeah, we all do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a special place.
It was really great, and now we look to triumph and victory as the new building rises, and so we'll be excited when that gets open. And
So it was 30 years ago that movie came out.
Yeah.
Did you have a lot of fun making it?
We had so much fun. I mean, I don't know if you remember the scene where I ate the salmon through my beard.
Yes, of course. And if I recall, you actually stuffed it under your Santa Claus costume because you didn't know where your next meal was coming from.
Yeah. So scenes like that, and of course working with Jamie Lee, who I always considered kind of like my sister in the business. It was great. Landis, wonderful director. The guys who wrote that, Weingrod and Harris, I believe that's the only kind of movie, the only movie they wrote that was produced and received any kind of reference in the audience out there in terms of wide appeal.
Well, why do you think? I mean, here we are 30 years later. I mean, Ghostbusters, we still laugh about that, but Trading Places, I mean, it's...
They were so talented, and we didn't improvise much. They wrote a very solid script, and then we didn't really hear from them after that. So I wonder where those guys are today.
Who's hot today in comedy? I mean, you're the ultimate veteran. You could walk anywhere in the world and people would say, "Whoa, Dan." Who's hot today?
Well, I think the Saturday Night Live cast certainly. Well, I mean, Kristen Wiig, and then Melissa McCarthy, who I just worked with on a film called Tammy. She's really probably the best physical comedian since Buster Keaton or Chevy Chase. I love Bill Hader. I love Sudeikis, Fred Armisen.
But they're leaving. Sudeikis and Armisen are out of there.
Fallon is, going to be terrific in the Tonight Show slot, and Seth probably will move into the late night slot.
So SNL with all these people leaving, do you think?
It's like a university, they re-recruit the teams, and there's going to be a whole new group of people that'll come in. It's an institution that's never going to go away. It's like the Today Show. Saturday Night Live is one of their highest-rated shows. Lauren is still a great producer and a great impresario and knows talent. So the search is on. So if you're a male between ages 19 and 30 and you got some improv chops, I understand SNL is auditioning.
Jump in
a job that I will not be.
Oh, come on.
No.
Oh, please. They should have you back as a guest host at the very least.
I could do that. I could do that.
Hey, you've got another gig, Vodka. Tell us about the Vodka gig.
Well, it's really fun, you know. I wanted to explore vodka. I was tired of drinking vodkas that have an over viscosity in them, that kind of oiliness and that fake up front of the mouth feel. I wanted to go for a naturally smooth vodka, so I inquired as to what is put in a lot of vodkas. A lot of lesser vodkas use glycerin, not enough to kill you, but it's still antifreeze. And citrus oil, that's a bug exterminant. Again, not enough to kill you. But wouldn't you like a vodka that doesn't have that stuff in there? So we made Crystal Head.
In a skull.
In a skull, which is based on the 13 crystal heads. It's based on the Mitchell Hedges skull, which was referenced in the Indiana Jones movie. The reason we chose a skull, because our product is pure, clean. It's a positive, enlightened drinking thing that we want to project. So we decided to put it in a skull because that sells, you know, a message of purity for us.
How about the name?
Crystal Head, because they called the heads the Crystal Heads. There were 13 of them. The Navajo, the Aztec, and the Mayans all had them in legend. And there's 8 in the possession of mankind, 5 are missing. 2 of them at the Smithsonian, an orange and a green one. And they have a psychic message to them. And so we're trying to sell enlightened, cleaned up drinking, and that's why we use the head. Crystal Head makes a great cocktail because, you know, it doesn't have the glycerin. If you're making a bar car martini, you're going to be adding vermouth. It's going to have glycerin in it. Why not start with a vodka?
Dan, you're a smart dude. How'd you get so smart?
Well, you know what? I surround myself with people who are far more knowledgeable than I am in these things, and I basically learn, and I try to listen more, and I think that's the smart thing to do, is just to listen to what people have to say and take their advice. We have our Rolling Stones pack there. I don't know if they can get a shot of that.
So the Rolling Stones, did they endorse it, or?
Yes, indeed. Oh, well, no, you can't go out and do anything without their endorsement. This is something that came from their merchandising arm. Mick picked CDs, they're in a tray. He picked 14 tracks, live Stones tracks, and you can get that at the Stopper. This is not available in the state of New York. You can go to Connecticut and New Jersey, and we've got some great retailers. If you're in the neighborhood of Gary's, of course, Roger Wilco, Bourbon Street, Bottle King, Total Wines, and Byway.
Probably online too,
all,
right?
Yes, you can buy it online. High Times Liquors in California.
I have a question for you. What is it like going from the acting world into a world like this? I mean, going from theater into business, or was theater always kind of a business for you?
Yes, I mean, they call it show business, you know, for that reason. It is a business. You know, as an actor, I had to appraise, you know, how my talent was being marketed, how it was being compensated for. I had to make, you know, my own deals with lawyers and agents. I had to understand the mechanics of the business, the economics of the business. When I was producing films, you know, like Ghostbusters, Blues Brothers, we had to understand budgets and profit margins and participation and all that. So I think that being in the film business and the record business, because we had the Blues Brothers, you know, we sold a few million records there. I learned both of them.
Just a few.
I learned both of them, and again, I listened to people, and I learned from people who are experienced and knowledgeable.
Terrific. Well, so good to have you here. It's a real pleasure. I feel like I look at you every day. So, Dan Aykroyd.
When I was younger, I might have had that little quality.
Oh, come on.
Right?
This is fun. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much. Trading Places 30th anniversary. Love being in the Bloomberg building. Love capitalism. And we're Canadian vodka, by the way, for anybody out there. Canadian vodka. So just letting anybody out there know, if you got a problem with Russian vodkas these days, because of the insane view that the Russian government has on same-gender preference people, that is absolutely insane. Why are they blaming the vodka industry? I don't know. We don't deserve the blame, but we are Canadian vodka if you want an alternative.